Havertz not only left Chelsea Football Club, he's leaving it for £70 million potentially. 65 of them guaranteed, 5 million in tips because they're dashing it our way because they don't know how to take our players anywhere easier. And more importantly, Mason Mount, £65 million, nearly £70 million with add-ons. And all of a sudden, Manchester United think 45 plus 5 is acceptable. Let's get into it. Romelu Lukaku's getting forced to Saudi Arabia apparently by Chelsea and the Saudi club. Guy's got no intention of going, we'll break it down. Callum Hudson-Odoi is just unwanted left, right and centre apparently, but Saudi Arabia is coming calling. And more importantly, the final news. Trevor Chalobah, what's going on with him? And it looks like Trevor loves Italy and he might be leaving on loan with an obligation. Have a guess to who? Inter Milan. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View, Braduchi. Welcome to the channel. You already know the deal. Alex here. And more importantly, it's a double upload day. So after this video, make sure you go and watch the video that came out earlier, explaining everything that happened today with the sales of Koulibaly, Ziyech, Mendy, Kante, Kovacic, the Havertz news as it was breaking, and I was absolutely losing my mind and did not know how to react. But before we do that, I need you lot to hit the like button. I'm aiming for 1,000 on this, and like I said, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get up to 30k as quick as possible. And more importantly, in the pinned comment is my Instagram. Go follow me there. Make sure you watch the video at the end, okay? I will remind you guys, don't forget, but like the video now because you're already here. Let's get on with it. David Ornstein is the man that keeps giving, and apparently this man is uber generous today because he's given us more information than we were asking. He's given us that Mason Mount has had a bid rejected for £45 million plus 5 from Manchester United to Chelsea. Chelsea countered it. Chelsea think this is FM. Chelsea think this is FIFA. It's their hold on. Let me just count in you quick time. You see that 45? Lift it up to 60 and it will give us the same add-ons for 5 million euros. Take it, take it. Manchester United are still considering this, and Ornstein says this deal is getting closer. What closer means for me is Manchester United, either you pay the money or do one, geezer, because we're not getting rid of him. Look, I have no idea what's happening here, but what my indication is from my understanding of what's happening, Chelsea want him to resign. There is no two ways about it. He's got 12 months left on his deal. You're rejecting 45 million plus 5, that's 50 million, right? If you're rejecting that kind of money for someone on a final year contract and asking for 65 million, it's because somewhere in your heart you want this guy to resign. And for me, Mason Mount's the one driving this exit. Don't get this twisted. This is not led by Chelsea football. I don't believe this. Because if they wanted to get rid of him and he's a bad egg or a bad seed or he's not good enough to give a new contract to, Chelsea would have let him go for £50 million. They just let Kai Havertz go for £65 million plus 5 million. And I'm going to keep saying that just to rub it into Arsenal faces. £70 million they let him go. So the fact that Chelsea are going to just drive a hard bargain where they literally have 12 months left on the contract blows my mind. And more importantly, we know Pochettino wants to keep Mason Mount. He wants to keep him at all costs. This has been made to us clear from multiple sources, Matt Law, whether it was Fabrizio Romano. Mount's the one that says no, because the trust has been broken. Mount went to England and World Cup fully anticipating that the deal was done. Fully anticipating that the club have given their word to him in a contract, allegedly. And now, when he returned, that offer was no longer there. Guys, that's a verbal offer. That could always happen in a verbal offer. Some people just don't keep their word. And the reality is, that's something we need to accept in life. Some people's word don't mean nothing. So if you're going to take one thing away from this video, take that. Always get things in writing. If you don't get it, some people take it back. Some people will twist the word. Some people will manipulate it. And in this case, Mount evidently got played. And you know what? Mount's against it. Doesn't like it. And now, Ornstein said, Chelsea have made a counter. We don't know whether Man United have accepted or not. Stay tuned, we'll keep you updated, geezers. We've got additional clarity now regarding the Chelsea move with Arsenal. And what I'm finding hilarious is he went from Shy Havertz to King Kai really quick at the Emirates. I've been calling him King Kai for a while. Maybe not King Kai, but I've been saying Kai Havertz is a very good player. And I still, to this day, you know me, right? I'm not going to change my perception because he plays for Arsenal. I like Jorginho before he was at Arsenal. Now I still like Jorginho. I think he's a very good player. So for me to sit now and say Kai Havertz is whack, you're not going to get it. You're at the wrong channel. But the reality is £70 million, mate. £70 million is a good offer. £70 million is a money. Listen, with Ja Morant type of money, it's Supermax type of money, all right? Them ones where Ja Morant says, you know what, 40 million, don't worry, I'll still wave my gun around. I don't care, and I'll pretend it's a toy gun. No one cares. That's what Chelsea said. You know what? If Arsenal, you're throwing that money around, we'll take it. No problem. 70 million, we'll take it. The reality is, we have to let him go. Kai doesn't want to sign a new deal. He wants to stay in London. We've heard his comments. He basically said, me and my girl don't want to be moving every 2 years. I'm not re-signing. Chelsea have tried to negotiate with him. They tried to have a conversation. He's not interested. Well, you know what, big man? If you're not interested, see you later. I wish you average luck. I don't wish you good luck. I don't wish you win no Premier Leagues. I wish you win no Carling Cups. I wish you win no FA Cups. I wish you win no Champions League. Genuinely, I don't want Arsenal to win anything ever. That's my personal opinion. You could have went to Liverpool. I would have said a little bit of good luck. You could have went to Man City. I said all the best luck. I've got nothing against Man. You Manchester United, no chance. Spurs, don't care about Spurs. They're just wasteland rivals. So the reality for me is, if Kai wants to go, good luck. 70 million is great business for Chelsea. It is what it is, all right? We've got Nkunku now. He's going to play in that position. Hopefully, we can go back in for a cheeky Felix. But, you know, like, sometimes, I don't know what it is. Some of you don't like Joao Felix. Personally, bring him back. Bring him back, and then we can work from there. But that's just my opinion. Now, let's move on to the remaining. Now, we need to talk about Romelu Lukaku. And this is getting messy. Because this is absolutely messy. What I don't like is Italian clubs being absolute pricks. Because what they're doing right now is nasty. It's a nasty piece of work. Honestly, what Inter have been doing, what Juventus have been doing for years, what Milan have been doing is absolutely nasty. It's embarrassing. And this is how it works. I'll explain to you. English club comes to an Italian club and says, you know what? I want Chiesa. Okay, you want Chiesa? No problem. 95 million pounds. English club goes to Sassuolo. I want Berardi. Okay. 85 million pounds, please. We'll take it all up front in cash, one payment, no installments, no. 2 weeks later, he joins Juventus loan with 2 years with an obligation to buy for 25 million at the end of it. What the hell is that? Why is it one rule for English clubs, another rule for for Italian clubs when they buy players? Unacceptable. Rule number 2, you want to buy their player. Juventus, 85 million, we're not even budging. One payment. No, it doesn't work. Or they come to buy your player. Oh, we'll pay you in installments, okay? You borrow me some money now and we'll sort you out later. Don't worry, we'll sort you out later. I promise you. Habibi, I've got you. Don't worry, I'm good for it. Every single time. Now, they want to do it with Lukaku. So Chelsea said no. Bowley said, I gave you charity one time. I've given you, when you pay us 7 million for a 100 million pound player, 7 million. I've given you 7 million loan for a 100 million pound player, and you don't even give me the respect to get paid for the player properly. No chance. Bowley's refusing to loan Lukaku. Lukaku's digging his heels in. I'm only going to play for Inter. Saudi clubs are offering him somewhere between 20 to 30 million pounds. Lukaku's rejecting it rigorously. Chelsea have a deal agreed with a Saudi club. So Chelsea are not only going to get Lukaku off the books, they're going to get money for Romelu Lukaku. But Lukaku and Inter are digging their heels in. Fabrizio's reiterated again, Lukaku's not going. He does not want to go. He has zero intention. He will leave on a permanent to somewhere else, but he will not go to Saudi Arabia. And you know what? He's within his right. Look, guys, I'm not in the business of making players do stuff that they don't want to do. But at the same time, I'm not in the business of agreeing that just because Lukaku wants to go to Inter, Chelsea have to send him to Inter. It doesn't work like that. You signed a 5-year contract. So and this means Chelsea can't stop paying you because you're not playing well or because you went and did an interview. The same reason you can't refuse to play. You're under contract. Crying out loud. It doesn't work like that, like realistically. So I don't know how we're going to sort this out. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to get a lot more messy. So stay tuned. Like, I will keep you updated. What I find hilarious is the situation I just described to you. Inter are trying to do it with us again. Inter literally have come to us. Trevor Chalobah, we like him. Can we get him on loan? And we'll pay you with an obligation at the end of next year. No. Look, I know what an obligation means. It means they have to buy him. So it means we are guaranteed to get that money. But no, I don't want that because Inter don't deserve the respect of that kind of deal. Realistically speaking, Inter mugged us off. And Inter have been messing us around. Not only did they want Koulibaly on loan, not only did they want Trevor Chalobah on loan, not only are they looking at Azpilicueta on loan, not only are they looking for Romelu Lukaku for a cheaper price than last year, now they want another loan. No, I'm dead serious. Don't do it. Don't do business with that club. Put them in their place. You know what? You're on the list. Jericho style. You're on the list. I don't want you nowhere near this club. We don't talk to you. You don't talk to us. We don't want their players. If we go in for Barella, it's 85 million pounds. If we go in for Sensi, it's around 60 million pounds. We go in for Bastoni, 150 million pounds. Every single player we ever go in for with that club, they always inflate the price like there's no. They inflate the price like there's no return. So why am I at the moment going to go and give him Trevor Chalobah. It doesn't make sense. Chelsea should not be doing it. And what's really a stumbling block is Chelsea want to include a buyback clause. Chelsea want to include a number in there that says, you know what, if he gets very good, we'll take him back. Because they know Trevor will come back. They know Trevor loves Chelsea. And they know Trevor appreciates, 1, how big Chelsea is, 2, what Chelsea have done for him, and 3, Trevor knows he's good enough for the Premier League. And all Trevor wants is an opportunity to prove himself to come back and start at Chelsea. So the reality is, Chelsea should not be doing this deal. Because Thiago Silva's on his final leg. How long can Thiago Silva continue? He's 39 years old. I'm starting to sound like his wife. I'm worried for his back. I'm worried how long he can carry Chelsea's defence. Left centre-back, we're sorted. We got Badiashile, Levi Colwill. Let them fight for it. Let them, one of them, make that position their own. I think Levi will make it his own. But the problem is Levi's a little bit injury prone. So that's where Badiashile comes in. Both of them are going to fight for that position. Great. On the other side, we got Wesley Fofana and Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva, a little bit old, but he's fit. 9 out of 10 times, he's playing. Wesley Fofana, he's a little bit injury prone, so we'll have to manage him. Trevor's going to get opportunity. He should be staying. He can play right back, he can play centre back. Koulibaly's gone now. So that issue no longer exists. So I don't understand why we're trying to loan him out. That's my personal opinion, especially because we just made a ton of money. We don't need to balance the books anymore with getting rid of more players. Yes, we can get rid of more players. Of course, there's the Conor Gallaghers of this world. There's the Mason Mounts of this world. There are a bunch of players in this squad that I would happily get rid of. But Trevor Chalobah is not one of them. That's just my personal opinion. Speaking of a player that's going to be moving away, that has a bag full of potential, and that's the key word when it comes to Callum Hudson-Odoi, potential. Cho looks like he's got offers from Saudi Arabia. The club has spoken to a Saudi club. As we already know, Callum Hudson-Odoi's name has popped up. They're very keen to start the process going. However, the club's going to have a meeting with Cho next week with his representatives to understand basically where he stands. Is he going to be part of Chelsea's future? Is Poch going to give him a chance? But the reality is Cho's on 12 months left on his deal. The reality is, I don't know what Cho thinks he's going to be getting at the market, but in Europe, there is no way he's getting his current contract, because his current contract was already inflated purely based on the potential of what Cho could become and the fact that the hype around him was massive. Callum Hudson-Odoi broke through, and everyone, you're going to laugh at me, everyone in and around Chelsea, whether you were fans, coaches, manager, players, rated Cho so highly that they were like, when Hazard left, they were like, give him an opportunity. Let him and Pulisic fight out. That was the plan. Now, with all that potential and that injury, he's never reached that level. If anything, he's regressed. He went out to Bayer Leverkusen, didn't look good. He really did not look good at Bayer Leverkusen. And what really annoys me is, the reality is, he's actually got a bag of talent. He's just not explosive anymore. So I don't know what's going to happen with Callum Hudson-Odoi. I'm really sad. I hope for his sake, his agent's got something lined up for him in Europe. Whether it's Germany, whether it's France, whether it's Italy. Italy might suit him very much. You know, like from a tactical standpoint, it's a slower game. So he's going to have a little bit more time and space on the ball. He's going to have a little bit of like explosiveness that he still possesses, but at the same time, the quality of pass, the weight of pass. You know, like if we look at what Kvaratskhelia is doing, it's not like he's the quickest in the world, but he's just neat with his dribbling. It's the ball sticks to his feet. Cho could be a B-Tech version of that. It is what it is. That's the reality of what level we're talking about with Cho now. A much lower level than he was ever projected to be. Because we haven't seen enough evidence for me to say Cho's great. I haven't. I'm sorry. I can't lie to you. I can't sit here. So we're going to find out what's going to happen with him. But the loan at Bayer Leverkusen was not great. We can't lie to ourselves. So guys, like I said, hit the like button. We're aiming for 1,000 likes. Subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you guys made this far. In the pinned comment, go and put a pineapple. So I appreciate whoever made it this far, because you're absolute legends. Number 2, go now and watch the video that I released earlier. It really helps. And in that comment, say I watched both the video. That will mean the world to me. It really will, because I appreciate when you lot do that. And yeah, subscribe. Peace out. I'm out. Thank you for watching. Bye.